All right.
And they finish up
Come on.
breakfast, and they Lala gets in the back seat, and enough to eat, walks around with you to the front, and before you get in, she says, "Now look, nothing's gonna happen to Lala, right?"
I'm just the driver. I'll try to make sure he gets there safe, but I
And she
can't
cuts you
promise
off,
it.
and she says, "That ain't how shit works in my gang. I know just the driver. I'm giving you a job to do, and you make sure that old man don't bring no harm to Lala. We got a cook, the guy who prepared your meal. He ever says to me, 'Hey, I'm just the cook.' Nuh-uh. He gets out there with the rest of us."
Cam gives her a not impressed stare, but nods his head. Deal is a deal. Business is business.
Glad to hear it. She goes back in the compound, and you're here now with Lala. All right, what does the voice go do?
Oh, this is a good question. I'm actually wondering if the voice has anything left to do to get ready.
Oh, there's always something you could be doing to get ready that you don't know you should be doing.
Oh yeah, I know. Well, I mean, I'm thinking about this. I'm trying to think about this. We've got. I think that the voice goes out of the compound today to continue to try and recruit more people to the cause. I imagine that Domino says that there's some people coming to help, but maybe not enough. And especially if Lamprey and Mice fuck up getting that gas, you're gonna need a lot more people than what we got right now. So I imagine that the voice goes out around town to do its recruiting thing, which maybe it's only done a couple of times in the city before.
Okay.
I'm just trying to think about where to go other than is there a central gathering place or anything? Like, we haven't really talked about like what the town looks like a whole bunch.
Yeah. On a longer term campaign, we probably have like maps and things.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we don't need none of that.
Yeah.
There's probably like some central park or like a square or something where people kind of hang out.
Yeah, there's like a broken down old park. It's the closest thing you get to greenery, because there's one or two folks around town who put in a special effort to keep the place up as nice as possible. Which is not to say nice, but
right.
It's the closest thing to a relaxation area in town.
Okay, so I guess the first thing that I'm going to do there is there anyone there who is obviously like guarding it for Tau, or a member of Tau's force?
No.
Okay.
Tau doesn't come here.
Awesome.
He doesn't like the lure of a pretty place that you can go to get away from your problems and sit a while in contemplation has no interest in Tau.
All right. No, I meant like any of his men, not Tau himself.
No, I know, but because of that,
I gotcha.
Yeah, he never comes here, and so as far as he's concerned, it basically doesn't exist.
Awesome. Okay, time to proselytize. So I imagine that everyone is there getting away from their troubles and woes, and the voice probably starts up what is its usual pitch about joining. What was the name of it again? Like, I really should have written this down. Oh yeah, Borloth.
You did. Yeah. That's the only reason I know.
I know, it's right there in my notes. It's just like in kind of a hidden little place, buried underneath everything else. So I imagine that the voice starts the proselytizing thing for the cult of Borloth, which is that I imagine the way that the voice manages to recruit most of its followers is just by, I mean, it's the allure of a good time. It's the allure of the never-ending party with the endless supply of drugs. Mm-hmm. And then maybe there's something in there about the astonishing mystical powers that are granted to you in addition from being a specific follower of this group. Mm-hmm. I mean, we haven't really gotten into the plus augury anything, and I imagine that that's what that's about. But yeah, so the voice does its thing to try and recruit some cult members, and I think that's probably another frenzy.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead for it.
All right, let's roll that and see what happens. This could either be really great or really awful.
I love close weird rolls. Oh, looks like it's gonna be really great.
Oh god, that's another 12. And I should mention that the voice quite conspicuously says nothing about Tao right now. Yeah. Like, there is absolutely no indication that he's out there to get more follower, or that it's out there to get more followers for this upcoming battle.
Yeah. Okay, so you're not having them unite and fight for you together. You're writing that off the list.
Yeah, I'm not writing that. I'm not putting that on the list right now.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
They can find out about the fact that we're going to be fighting Tao later. Like, this is essentially the voice doing its thing to get just cannon fodder.
All right. So you've got 3 on this mob right now, and this mob is a different mob than the one before. So the one that you had before, those holes don't count. But you've now got 3 on these people.
Awesome. Yeah, let me go ahead and mark this on my sheet. Obviously, I am going to deliver some into the fold here, bring people forward and deliver them.
Yeah.
And then, let's see here, hold a 2.
I'm really fond of the 4th option.
Let's see here. You know what? That might actually be really useful right now. You know, I am actually going to do that. I don't know if I want to do that right now, but you better believe that is totally gonna fucking happen when we're ready to start some shit. I think that I'm actually going to do the delivery, and then there are the deliver followers, and then there's going to be a continued promise that even those who do not step forward to join the cult will be invited to a future event, like the wildest party they've ever seen.
All right.
So not right now, but I will straight up promise that shit is gonna happen.
All right. So that's 2 of your 3. If I'm reading this right. Okay.
So
cool.
that's one of the 3. I'm saying, like, as a metagame thing, like, I will be using that ability.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's not talk about what that ability is until it actually happens, because I want to. I like the suspense.
Oh man, neither of you guys have seen the sheet, so you don't actually know which option it is.
No, and I'm actually not. When I first thought
don't look. So
I gotta scroll down and look, but now I'm definitely not. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, don't. I want you guys to be surprised too. This is gonna be good.
I'm looking forward to it.
Oh wait, no, I'm gonna spend a second hold here on this crowd, which is to bring forward their precious things. The voice informs them that if they have any useful worldly possessions, they need to be brought. There's an urgent need for them, and then I'm curious what we get out of that, because it doesn't say anything beyond all of their precious things.
Okay. All their precious.
Yeah, that's all that the move says.
What that amounts to is, What that amounts to is people seem eager to hand over. Whatever, like little trinkets and little valuables that they might be carrying on them. You get about 1 barter's worth of goods.
Okay, yeah, I figured it would end up being
as people give over, like, what one person hands over this thing that they've kept in their family for generations. It's this little locket, but they said it's yours now. The voice.
Oh man.
With you. But everyone gives you
Okay.
Little
all right,
something.
I was hoping for something. I was hoping for something maybe a little better, but that's still pretty good.
Yeah, these are not like
Sweet.
these are not gang, like the people you find in the park are not gangbangers. They're going to hand over a bunch of weapons, but you get, like the assorted value of everything that the people deliver onto you is about 1 barter.
All right,
which is not nothing. That's enough to live like reasonably comfortable.
No, that's pretty good. That's still pretty good. I'm just wondering if we'll get a chance to use it before before the big rumble.
And you get about 6 new converts.
All right,
not everyone from the mob joins, but you're impressive enough that you do get some new people.
Okay, awesome. So about how many people are in that park crowd? Like, just so that we can kind of, like, I don't know what the gang rules are, but like in advance of that, I think we should have an idea of how big that group is.
Are you talking about which groups?
The park crowd. Because we've actually got a pretty concrete number for the call.
Right now we've got there's 20 to 25 people in the park.
Okay, yeah, so there's like another, so I've got, the cult is like about 25 strong at this point, and there's another 20 people from the park. All right.
Yeah. Well,
cool.
not all the people from the park are going to join you, but
right.
I think that you can spend that one hold later to have them fight for you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's
okay, cool.
Yeah, that's why I'm keeping that one hold.
Yeah, gotcha.
Okay. Yeah, so that's what the voice is doing for the time being. I can't think of anything else. Well, you know what? Probably like no, I think I am going to try and figure out a way to use that border, which would be the voice is going to. Is there somewhere that the voice would know where they could get weapons out, like either outside of, like who in town has and sells weapons, like outside of Tau, if anyone.
It depends on the type of weapon you're looking for. Because if you're just,
I think I'm just looking for like oddments to kind of arm the followers with, yeah. And then you know like maybe a couple of really nice guns to throw in there too.
Guns are pretty tightly controlled.
Okay, so probably no guns, but like stuff to arm a full gang of like 20 or 30 people with.
Yeah, you can get that just scrounging around, like asking for, just visiting kind of like the marketplace is enough to get you a few personal defense items, is what they're called there.
Okay, yeah. So I imagine that the voice goes and gets some of these personal defense items.
Yeah, mostly just like hand-to-hand stuff. You get clubs, crowbars, bats.
Yeah, and you know, like that. Let's just say that that's one barter to get all of that stuff. All right, cool.
You can get, we'll say you can get 10 of these personal defense items for that. You can't outfit your entire cult plus your new followers with one barter, but you can get.
I think that's good. Amount. Yes, it's a good amount. It might be enough along with what's already there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that about does it for the voice. I mean, I don't want to go and cause shit with Tau, and it doesn't sound like there are any other major groups to make contact with. So,
all right. Let's see. Let's go back to Domino. Why don't we?
Okay. Yeah,
where were you?
Taking the babysitting the voices, guys. We're gonna go back to
Ulas and see if they can help. You're going back to there.
Get that gas.
Yeah. All right. So one of them says, they take a careful look at the door and says, "Yeah, you think we could do this? We need a blowtorch."
Where do we get a blowtorch?
Let's see. Where would you get a blowtorch? I mean, a blowtorch basically, and they say, well, I mean, you got any hairspray?
They're asking me if I have hairspray.
Yeah.
Say no.
You're a babe. You've probably got some hairspray.
I was born with it.
And they kind of poke around Ula's place a little bit too, and they dig up what they need. They've got this. They find it like this can of hairspray and a match, and one of them kind of like creates a little makeshift blowtorch using the two.
This is how they killed Big Boss.
Yeah. And it takes a while for them to like melt down the lock, but they eventually get it. And you're just sitting there the whole time bored.
Not bored, because they're blowtorching their way into a room filled with gasoline. So
Yeah, well, there is that.
sitting there apprehensive, maybe.
Yeah.
Ready to dash out of here.
I imagine you're like got 1 foot over the threshold. And you're right. Actually, I should make a roll for that under fire.
Probably.
Let's see if these yahoos succeed.
Burn down Ula's ghetto over here.
This has not been a good day for Ula in general.
Well, I don't think she'll mind at this point.
She got laid. She's fine.
All right. This is not a great roll.
No.
They do get the door open, and like, thank God, nothing blows up. One of them does kind of lose a hand in the process.
Yeah, I don't care about that. So how much gas?
Being
is there?
overzealous. Yeah.
They were going to lose those hands anyway. They're lepers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like one of them is just like kind of like keening in pain, and you just like shoulder him aside as you go down the stairs. It is a treasure trove of gas. There's about 16 barrels down here. You have no idea where Eula managed to scrounge this much gas up, but
Okay.
she did at some point, and you would guess this is why she's the reliable gas lady of town.
All right. So, of the contacts I have in town, who would I go see about using this gasoline to buy some more muscle? Is there like a biker gang in town or something?
Give me a second, and I'll figure out who you would go to see.
Back
for
to
this.
fantasy name generator.
Right. Except what I'm actually using is a site called Apocalypse World NPC
Right, yeah, you were saying that last week.
Generator, which gives me a name, gender, a look, a parent age, and all this other stuff.
Nice.
You get fully formed NPCs more or less out of it. That's why you're getting people who have like the costume jewelry and the football helmet combo. That's where that's coming from. So again, like some people who they're not a biker gang so much, but they do have, like, they found somewhere this old, mostly working generator that's gas powered, and they're always in need of more gas to run their place, and it's run by this guy named Foster, who's some kind of tech genius.
Foster, okay.
So they say, yeah. And he's got some toughs enthralled to him because he's the one putting together the comfortable life that they live with electricity powered by the generator. But that's all contingent on him getting gas.
Okay. And I would assume he usually gets it from Ula.
Right. You know, here and there he'll get it where he can take it, but because people know of him and they know of his needs for gas. So those people I was talking about before, like the small time operators, sometimes they'll go up to him and say, "Hey man, you need some gas? Because I got some," and he'll take them up on it, like no problem.
And that's,
he and Ula don't have like an exclusive arrangement or anything.
Then that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
Get a couple of cans of this gasoline.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the guy with one hand can still carry a can, right?
Yeah.
All right.
The guy with both hands can carry too.
So, there's no re-securing the door because they blowtorched it open.
Right.
Okay. Was Ula's body still laying there?
Yep. You haven't done anything with it.
That's gross.
Have you? Wait. Did you get the shot?
Cam
Yeah.
got his shotgun. Yeah.
Yes, I have the shotgun.
Like, bloodied, broken-fingered body is still lying on the floor of her place.
Okay. I asked one of the freakheads to throw a blanket over it.
and he does so. He says, "Oh yeah, man, give me the creeps too." Who was she anyway?
Gas lady. Now I'm the gas lady.
Cool.
let's go see Foster. And I got 2 cans, and the Freakhead's got 2 cans, and the one-handed Freakhead's got 1 can.
All right.
I am going to secure the house as best I can. If, like, there's a deadbolt on the door, because now that
you throw the blanket back and you rummage around in Ula's pockets for the keys to her house and things, and
okay,
you find them.
Does Ula have a vehicle?
Ula does not.
Ula
does never felt like she needed a vehicle. People come to her.
Okay. Then yeah, we're gonna go see Foster.
Okay. Foster lives probably about 10 minutes walk from here.
Yeah, 10 minutes. That's fine. I can walk.
He lives in just a house. Let me see let me look at your gang thing. Like, what kind of gang do you get?
It just says I get a gang and leadership. That's all it says. It says detail when it says get a gang. So we're gonna have to just detail who they are. And I was thinking the gang members would be members of Tao's organization who I'm able to sweet talk away from him.
Oh, okay. I get you. Yeah, I was kind of thinking of giving you Foster's gang.
Not either way is fine.
Okay, yeah, get a gang and leadership. All right, cool. Leadership is, I believe, it's a move.
Yes, but I forget which class gets the move.
Probably hard holder, I imagine.
Oh, okay. Let me make sure I scroll down to hard holder, but don't scroll all the way down to Hocus, because I don't want to read that thing. Yeah, here it is. Leadership. When your gang fights for you, roll plus hard. Which isn't great for me, but it is highlighted at least.
Okay.
And if I miss, then my gang turns on me or tries to hand me over the enemy.
Yeah.
That's going to be interesting.
All right, so you go over to Foster's. And Foster himself opens the door. You've dealt with him once or twice.
Okay. And I ask him if there's a place we can talk.
And he says, "Mi casa, su casa."
Hold up the can and say, "I come bearing gifts."
He says, "Now that is a way to make first impression. What do you want for those?" And he says, "Wait, does Zula know you're horning in on her territory? That's a lot of gas."
And I look at him like very seriously and say, "Again, we need to sit down and talk."
And he nods more seriously. There's no more of this like jokey Mikasa Tsukasa stuff. He's like, yeah, sounds like we do.
Okay. Yeah, go inside. I say,
He opens up a fridge and says, "Can I get you anything cold?"
Yeah, some OJ would be perfect. And a muffin.
Coming right up.
Do you have a muffin?
He says, "Not on me, but I do got to work an oven."
I say about Ula.
Mm-hmm.
She did something to get on Tao's bad side. Do you know what that means?
And he says, I can do the math."
I nod and I say that's Ula's no longer in the equation. Tao asked me to seize her stock, as it were. But here's the thing about Tao these days. He's going out. And I give him the same spiel I gave Enough to Eat yesterday. I tell him about he's not paying out, the tides are changing. I'm looking to put together some muscle to make this transition smooth.
This is all news to him, unlike it was for Enough to Eat. He hasn't heard these rumors before.
Okay.
And he's a little bit frightened by this prospect.
I tell him, I know you've got a couple of toughs. I know you got some guys on the street who are worth something in a fight.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the proposal. You help me with Tao, and then this gasoline doesn't need to get delivered to him. You can have the whole stock. I counted, a dozen barrels down there? I look over at the leper guys.
And the one of them who's not still like whimpering to himself says, "I think it's more like 16 was what I remember."
I nod. Say a lot in any case. So there's going to be a a void in town. As far as gasoline acquisitions, someone could step up and fill that void and make themselves a real nice profit. Don't you think?
He nods at you and says, "Look, here's what I'm proposing. Here's what I propose. I get that gas, right?
I nod.
And you get my gang. No
I-
questions asked.
I
They're
nod.
yours now. I mean, that
I say that's fine with me.
they'll do whatever I say. So what I'll say to them is, now they'll do whatever you say.
I smile at him.
And we're square after that. Because I don't want any part of what you've got, whatever you've got cooked up against Tao. Like, I don't want to be in the thick of that. That sounds like a good way for a man to get himself killed.
See, I hear you. But I'll remember you did me a solid. After the winds are blowing a different direction. And I have the leper set the gas cans down.
All right. And he reaches out his hand to shake.
And I accept it, shake it gleefully.
Okay. So he like wanders around through the house, getting all of his people together. And once they're all assembled in the living room, he lays out the deal, and a couple of them ask, "So does this mean are we getting kicked out?" And he says, "No, and it just means you report to her instead of me. That's all it means. You can still live here." And then they all seem relieved and happy enough to do what you tell them.
Sweet. How many dudes do I get?
So let's see. When you get yourself a gang, this is what happens.
Okay.
There's actually an entire gang section in your character's crap.
Yeah.
So the default gang is... Wait, where'd that go? A new gang, okay. By default, you get about 15 violent dudes with scavenged and makeshift weapons and armor.
Okay.
So that's a 2-harm gang with a small 2-harm gang with 1 armor. Then you get to choose 2 perks. Your gang can be 30 or so violent dudes, and they become medium instead of small. They can be well armored, or they can be well armed and get +1 harm. They can be well armored and get +1 armor. They can be self-sufficient. They can provide for themselves by raiding and scavenging. They get +rich. So which 2 of those do sound good to you?
Armed and armored.
Okay.
I'm going to say, considering this guy, Foster, seemed pretty well provisioned, they're going to be a little better equipped than most of the thugs on the street.
All right. So you now have a small 3-harm, 2-armor gang. Write all those down on the sheet because they're all important.
Putting it under my gear. 3-harm, 2-armor gang.
Yeah, and these guys are carrying stuff that it looks to you like Foster has made for them.
Beautiful.
Like, you've never seen anything like this on the street. Foster is clearly some kind of like genius tinkerer who enjoys providing for his people. And you would suppose that's why they stay loyal.
I make a mental note to come back next time I need a weapon customization done.
Yeah. You also choose 1. Your gang's armory sucks. It gets -1 harm. Your gang disdains armor. It gets -1 armor. Your gang is a pack of hyenas. It gets +savage. Your gang is loose knit. Members come and go as they please, which gives you the vulnerability of desertion. Your gang is insignificant debt to someone powerful, which gives them the vulnerability of obligation. Or your gang is filthy and unwell, gives them vulnerability to disease. Or your gang is lax about security, likes to drink and brag, and they're vulnerable to reprisals.
We're going to go with obligation because these are not my guys. These are Foster's guys. So he told them they're mine, but I'm sure each of them individually still see themselves as being Foster's.
Okay. So that's a potential wedge against your gang, is they are vulnerable to their obligation to Foster. But yeah, the rest of it is that's your gang now.
Okay.
Or I just say Foster's gang.
Beautiful. That is about all the prep work that I need to do then. I've got a couple of different gangs. I got some muscle happening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sounds good.
I'm ready to go ruin everything.
We got one last thing to take care of before you start ruining everything.
Yep.
And that is Cam's trip
Yep.
out to the safe house.
Mm-hmm.
So you get there.
Okay. Is the kid nervous on the way there? Like,
He's nervous. The kid was nervous when you met him. He's been nervous every second of the way since. This kid.
as we're driving there, I look up in the rearview mirror and I say, "Why are you so nervous? You're going to a safe house."
He says, "Well, I don't know. I'm thinking about the others enough. I'm worried for them. You know, leave me behind all the time."
They leave you behind all the time.
Yeah, enough to won't ever bring me to a real fight. She gives me the easy jobs. Even I mess those up sometimes, but never cares whether they care about it when anyone else fucks up.
Cam sort of gives a little snort. What I wouldn't give for an easy job. All but hard jobs lately, man. It ain't all that cracked up to be.
But you got people respect you, right? No one respects me. Do you say anything to this kid?
I'm thinking about it. I don't know if people respect me, but I can tell you, respect is generally earned and it is never given. So if you want the respect of others, you have to earn it.
He thinks this over. Says, yeah, might be right. All right, and when you get there, what do you do? Because indeed the shack is exactly where Lala has told you it would be.
Okay.
So you're parked a little ways outside the shack now.
And there could be a crazy old man here, huh?
There might be.
What does Lala know about this old man, if anything?
What do you ask him? You say, "What do you know about this old man?"
Yeah. What do you know about this old man? Why is he crazy? And should I be concerned? Do I need to arm myself?
He says, "Well, what I've heard, the old man's a real sweetheart, except for when he isn't, and you can never tell from one second to the next which one you get. That's all that's dangerous about him. You're not, I don't know. I haven't getting
Is he
hurt by
violent?
him." And he says, "Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say, isn't it? I heard some people say he was, and I heard some people say they never heard a peep out of him the whole time they stayed here. Then some other people say he was like to bang their door down in the middle of the night." And then he says, "But hey, listen. You don't worry about it, right? I'm just gonna go up there and knock on the door and I'll take whatever comes, right? That's how you get respect, doing the hard stuff." And you can tell everyone else how I stood my ground against the old man. I didn't let him say boo to me.
Can I read Lala?
Yeah, you can. I'm not going to stop you.
All right. Yeah. I would like to get a read on Lala. So. That is a
Plus sharp.
right 7-9. I'm still in the car. I don't know what the car ads, but
Sorry, I can't hear you quite.
I don't know what the car ads. Let me check. If
That's your
anything.
standard thing, I imagine. I like that he can read people better when he's behind the wheel of the car. It's great.
It's more calming.
It's like Speed Racer. Everything just makes sense to me now.
7, 9, and 11 minus 1, 10.
Okay. That's about as good a roll as you're going to get on Read a Person. You can ask 3 things from the list.
Right.
The list is Lala telling the truth? What's Lala
So
really feeling? Okay.
just to make sure that he's telling the truth.
Okay. Lala is not
He's not.
being totally honest with you.
Okay.
Knows more about what to expect from this old man than he's letting on.
What does he want me to do?
What Lala wishes you would do is be there behind him when he opens the door.
Do I need to ask the third question, or can I hold the third question?
No, you can hold the third question later.
All right. Yeah,
For
I'm gonna hold the third question.
Okay.
I look up at him in the rearview mirror and I say, "Is there anything else you want to tell me? You're not holding anything back, are you? Now would be
And
the time."
He fidgets a little and says, all right. I've been here once before. And it kind of was weird. And it maybe that was me that heard the dude banging on the door in the middle of the night. I don't really like it here. But I mean, I can take it. I took it once before. Nothing too bad happened to me. And he kind of like rubs his arm a little bit while he's saying that.
What happened to you?
I wasn't one. Look, I just don't want anyone to know this old man hit me. Okay, he's an old dude. I get. People say enough about me as it is. No one, don't tell anyone, okay? Or just beat up on old Lala.
What's he beating up on you for? What'd you do to him?
I don't know.
Did you
The
do
man's
anything?
crazy. I told you he's crazy. You can never predict what he's going to do 1 second and the next. I thought it was fine, and then he turns around and belts me one. At least he didn't have his... Well...
Didn't have his what?
And Lala sighs, like being caught out. And so, well, I was going to say at least he didn't have his gun.
Cham rolls his eyes. Great. Old man with a gun. Fantastic. Alright. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get out and come out with you. I'm gonna escort you up that door. And you're gonna knock on it. And we're gonna see what happens. And if he's crazy and if I don't think you're safe, we're gonna go back to enough to eat. And we're gonna tell her what went down. Because this safe house isn't a safe house unless you feel safe.
And
Okay?
he bristles at this a little bit and he says, wait, so now you're saying you're going to tell him what a pansy I am? Christ. You just get back in the car and leave, and I'll take care of myself, all right?
I'm invested in this, so I want to see what happens.
So what do you do?
Yeah, I do exactly that. We get there, get out of the car, and I escort the kid up to the door. Describe the safe house to me. Is it just like a house in the?
It's a house in the middle of nowhere. The only reason it's safe is because you assume not a lot of people know about it, and that it's not exactly easy to access. When Enough to Eat told you it was an hour out, she meant an hour by car. You're not really sure how long it would take you to actually get here if you didn't have a car, but sufficiently long enough that, yeah.
All right. Knock on the door.
Okay. Let me roll for a second here. Figure out which old man you're gonna get.
I'm surprised there's a roll. I just assumed it'd be crazy old man trying to kill me.
Oh, he is crazy. That's why I'm rolling.
Yeah, but death crazy.
Oh, he could have been, and he might still be. And he opens up the door, and he looks down at Lala and says, "Sammy, you're back." And he hugs the kid.
I look around the house, see if there's other kids.
It says, "Who? And who's your friend, Sammy?"
I stick my hand out and I say, "Cam."
It says, "Cam, that's a funny name. My name's Bobby, with one B."
Bobby with one B, huh?
Yep.
Do I see other kids inside, or do I see other people inside? I should say, or is it just?
No, it's like this old rundown shack. He's got like a cactus up on one window, and there's a little cot that he evidently sleeps on. There's a little there's not even a stove in the place. It looks like he might eat all his food raw. You're not really sure.
Mm.
He's evidently a tough old guy to survive on his own out here all alone.
Yeah. Enough to Eat sends her love.
He scratches his head and says, Is that a friend of yours? Who's that?"
Cam
Well, tell her I love her
crosses his
too,
arms.
alright?
Cam crosses his arms, raises an eyebrow. I look at Lala and I say, "You sure you want to be out here, kid?"
He nods. He's like, "Yeah, man, that's what she told you to do, and you're doing it, and I'm doing it too, and we're all doing it for the sake of the gang, right?"
Cam nods. All right. Obviously this is a senile old man. For the third question,
Okay.
what does Lala intend to do?
Lala intends to barricade himself in his room and not come out until you come get him.
All right. Can you give us a minute? I say to the old man. Can you give us a minute? I say to the old man.
Sorry, were you asking the question? And he looks at
Sorry, go ahead.
he looks at his watch, which is stopped, and says, that's a poser. And like, this old man's not. You've got your minute, basically.
Alright, I look at Lala and I say, "I will come back for you in due time. Stay right here right now. Take care of yourself. Don't get in trouble. Try not to interact with him as best you can, okay?
He says, pretty small shack, but yeah. Just don't take too long, all right?
Stick my fist out for a fist bump. All right.
And he gives you a weak little fist bump in return. Like, yeah. You tell him old Lala can hang, all right?
All right. Cam goes back to his car, muttering things like, "Absolutely ridiculous. Now I'm a babysitter, babysitting some children. This is ridiculous."
I considered saying when you open the door, saying, "There's an old theatrical bard," and he greets you ostentatiously.
I was more concerned.
I couldn't remember that dude's name.
I was more concerned that he was going to open the door and all of a sudden there's a gun to my face.
Oh no! Yeah, Linus Harpsting.
Minstrel extraordinaire.
You're about to deliver another kid into this guy's care.
It was also a concern of mine, but
Yeah.
it's all right. Muttering back to the car about something about being a babysitter. Can't believe what's going on. Things he does for Domino and the voice, but he feels reasonably comfortable with the fact that Lala may be able to take care of himself. And he won't be dead when he comes back. So that's a step up, right? And drives on back.
Maybe, yeah. Okay.
Old to see he's dead.
Yeah, and when you get back, enough to eat wants to know everything. She wants to hear a full account of how it went.
I tell it. Yeah, I tell it as it went down. That he was nervous. He seemed nervous, but he stood up for himself. I was able to take it. Why is the old man so crazy? Why are you giving a kid to an old crazy man? Cam wants to know that.
Do you omit anything in your account to enough to eat?
Yeah, I don't say. I don't admit that he was nervous or anything like that.
Roll that under fire.
Oh, okay.
Roll plus cool. Wow.
Oh my god.
There
You were getting some really solid threes today.
are other rolls that you might want to consider sometimes.
I don't know. He's been doing alright with the threes. I mean, roll what you know.
That's cool.
And she seizes on the like little hesitations and like little weird holes in your story, and she says, you're gonna tell me everything. What are you leaving out?
And what are my two options? I gain experience or...
No, those would be if she was persuading you. That's not what's happening here. What's happening is you blew your roll in the cool.
All right.
And she knows that you're not telling her the whole truth.
Yeah, Cam wouldn't know any differently, so he says everything then.
Okay.
That he was nervous, that the old man hit him, that he wants to do her proud. The old man seemed incredibly crazy, though.
And she softens up a little bit when you talk about how hard Lala was trying to make himself seem cool. But right, it's good that you told me that stuff. You see, that's the kind of thing I want to know, and that's the kind of thing I'm always going to want to know, because you hold the stuff back from me on your first job for this gang. Ain't a good start. I expect better from you from now going forward. Got me?
I mean, it was in the biggest interest of Lala, but you got it.
On. and then like just as materially, she changes the subject, and she says, "All right, that's us all squared away. All this about the chaos and the anarchy you folks were promising me. What do you want us to do?"
I thought Domino informed her of the situation about the fact that we're going against Tau. That we're gonna just rise up against them and essentially take them out. Or is she asking for specifics?
Domino didn't say we were going on that mission. Like, you guys looking to take Tau, you guys have fun with that. Domino said we need to do is something else, but she wasn't real specific for us.
Yeah. Oh. Well then.
Am I getting this right? By
Are you asking me?
the way, like if I'm misrepresenting it, yeah, if I'm misrepresenting what Domino was saying, just please let me know.
Well, Domino doesn't think that her gang can do much against Tau's people anyway.
Mhm.
And also, she didn't want Enough to Eat's gang to be in a position to take over any part of the town that they didn't already control. So yeah, she was going to have, while we were going to go in and be the front line, she was going to have Enough to Eat's people hit and just kick up some chaos around town. Something that Tau might have to investigate or send people to go look into to thin out the ranks. But no, Domino hasn't come up with actual specifics yet because she doesn't know quite yet.
Okay. Yeah. So
Cam
that's
was aware of this plan too, I'm assuming.
yeah. So that's what
All
you
right,
know,
okay.
Cam.
All right. Then yeah, I tell her that her role in all this is to just create chaos and force Tau to expend people to investigate these things, and yeah.
She says, "I get you. I get you. You want us to hit some of Tao's joints."
Cam nods. Sounds
Not-
good.
Not his compound itself, but some of the things he has a stake in. Right? Am I getting you?
Cam nods.
Right. I know just the place. On. And she stops herself for a second. Says, "What am I saying? Listen to me. Asking one of my own people if he wants to come along."
Well, I have a feeling I'm going to be pre-indisposed at the moment. I have to help Domino directly with this.
Oh, she says that? All right. Well, for the time being, she's got you. I mean, if we're going to make a deal, might as well do it upright, huh?
I suppose so.
Yeah. All right. So, run along, join your little lady friend, but expect you to be back here for breakfast tomorrow. Most important meal of the day, you know.
That's what I hear. And with that, he will go and join the others.
Okay.
So, where is everybody meeting? Are we just meeting back at the compound?
Probably back to your place for now. That's what
Yeah, that's probably the best place to go.
As he comes in, he says to Domino, "It is comforting to know that I am not the only one who makes messes of things."
So there's enough mess to go around.
Though I would appreciate that if next time when you sell me into gang slavery that you told me that you would consult with me first.
I'm sure she'll do it the next time it comes up.
So if all goes according to plan, this is going to be your town, de facto. I mean, if you want to keep driving for the fat lady, I'm sure she can offer 3 square meals and...
You do realize that once I break my contract with her, she's going to come after me. Maybe my town, but that's not going to stop her. I don't know where this slow
funny.
southern drawl is creeping into my voice, but...
Look, if you don't want to drive for the fat lady, After we deal with Tao, we'll deal with that. She's small potatoes. Well, no, she eats a lot of big potatoes, like, every day. Like, figuratively, small potatoes.
Yeah,
And
so
stifles a laugh.
I think at this point is when the voice interjects and says, "We'll make sure she won't bother you. We'll make sure."
I'm just interested in business. That's all I care about.
So, as far as seizing Tao's compound, we've got some manpower now. We've sown unrest throughout the town.
Mm-hmm.
And we have, and I look over at Cam with kind of an approving nod and saying we've secured a significant amount of gasoline.
Cam stares blankly.
Cam is absolutely the best.
In Domino's mind, he did that like intentionally. Like he masterminded the plot to make sure Ula quote unquote died. Like set it all up. Like she's impressed.
Happy little accidents.
As far as Tao knows, though, the question is does he know that we're building against him or not? Probably knows that you are, pointing to Cam, because of that altercation you had with a couple of his guys last night.
Whom we're going to kill, right? We will kill them?
I mean, yeah, you know.
Alright, good.
Put enough bullets in them, they're liable to die.
That's what I like to hear.
I look around and I see some of the freak heads are a little more well-armed than last time I was here. Again, Domino nods approvingly.
I think the voice nods back, but it's not particularly perceptible. It's like it's a slight movement of the hood, so it's probably a nod.
So, here's Domino's plan, and let me know if you guys need to add anything to this. I'm gonna send word to Enough to Eat to hit a couple of Tao's joints. Do what she does. Make some noise, and then her guys will probably break and scatter as soon as things get really heavy. What that'll do is buy us a little bit of time to get close to the compound. If I can get in and get close to Tao without anybody going aggro on me, I will take the shot, and then we'll see how it falls out from there. If they already know that I'm coming with ill intent, then it's going to be a fight all the way up.
I would expect a fight all the way up.
That is as much strategery as Domino is putting into it, though. And she thinks that's a word.
I would be surprised if there was not a fight all the way up.
I think there will be a fight, but I think that we can also make sure that Tao will be very busy.
Yeah.
Aside from us.
Domino, the reason you think that's a word is because it is a word nowadays.
Oh,
Everybody
cool.
says that.
Awesome. So yeah, if Domino gets the clean shot, she'll take it, but she knows that Tao stays away from windows. It's not going to be her typical fare. But she bought a couple of Foster's boys. They're real good in a fight. Look at these weapons. I don't even know what that one is. It looks like a rubber band gun, but the rubber bands are on fire.
What?
He's like, I think that one's a crossbow that shoots smaller crossbows. It's amazing.
Do we want to do this during the day or during night?
During the night, I think would be better.
Sure.
Yeah. We can set it up in the evening to begin any distractions, and then go in at night.
Should we time this to coincide with...
Well, the distractions are going to be...
I was thinking, are we going to coincide with this big revelry that's going to be going down with the Voices Freakheads at the...
Oh, absolutely.
Because not all your
plan.
Good, yeah. Because not all your people are armed, but a bunch of they're very loud and very noisy.
Oh, well, keep in mind there are two groups now. There's my followers, and there are these people in the park who've been promised a wild party.
Beautiful. But yeah, I'm ready to go. So it would go down tomorrow night then. 'Cause tomorrow is Saturday, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
All right, then I'm just gonna get word to. You know what? I don't even have to get word. I just turned to Cam because he's on her payroll now. Yeah, it's gonna go down tomorrow night. Just after the sun goes down, have her hit a couple of Tao's places. We'll lay in wait, and when Tao starts thinning out to go deal with these problems, that's when we're gonna hit him really hard.
Cam nods.
By the way, the voice, that dude's hand just fell off. He was a leper. I mean, I didn't have anything to
It
do with
happens. Like just the most matter-of-fact possible way. Look at that. At this point, I think around a Domino and Cam that the voice is all business. Like there's no pretense at all anymore.
Nice. Then yeah, we're ready for shit to get real tomorrow night. Domino doesn't have a daytime action. She's going to spend the day resting, making sure her weapons are in order.
Mm-hmm. Either of the other two, you got anything to take care of?
I don't think so. I think the voice starts just getting things together in motion for that evening's revelry, which word spreads that it will not actually be in the usual location at what was the name of that shitty coffee shop?
Oh,
that shitty coffee shop.
The Flaming Bliss? Flaming
Bliss. Instead, it's going to be somewhere else. It's going to be right in front of Tao's compound.
Rad.
Alright.
But yeah, I think that's all that the voice does during the day.
Okay.
What about Cam? Is there any loose ends there to take care of?
Other than inform enough to eat for the plan is going down. Nope. I think
Cam doesn't want to give Ula a decent burley or anything like that.
I was honestly thinking about that, but no, Cam is too detached.
Okay.
Oh man, you know what? That sounds like you. I was actually gonna say like, maybe that would be a good way to get rid of that ongoing -1 is actually bury her. Because that's still affecting you, right?
It is still affecting me, yeah.
I mean,
I don't know.
Domino could always just give him a quick blowy. That worked last time.
I'm honestly not sure anything would.
That's totally fair. It was
put that to
a
rest,
suggestion.
Apart from
becoming the leader of the city,
the whole holding, he's like, there, now no one has power over me.
Then yeah, we have to put Cam in the chair then.
Alright. Put Cam in the chair?
Yeah, Tao's chair, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Make him the leader.
the throne. Oh, now it is just in a chair.
Alright.
Alright. I'm not going to belabor the rest of the day saying anything weird happens. Like, let's just get to it.
Yep.
Do you guys want to take a short break before we get to it?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. I can get some water.
10
Go to
minutes.
the bathroom.
Refresh your drink or hit the bathroom or whatever. Yeah, we'll take a 10-minute break.
Then
Yeah.
I will-
Alright, BRB.
BRB.